Okay. Figure out where we're at. Let's see if everything's working. That'd be nice. Yeah, looks like it. Sound? Sound. Okay. Man, imagine that. 3 for 3. 4 for 4, whatever. Cool. Yeah, so I've got, I gotta look at some things. We're still in Act 1. Seems like it's been 3-4 days now. We're still in Act 1. Let's see. Okay, so it's just side quest completed. It's, okay. Night lies, sharp little pinpricks, pure. We just did them all back to back. Looks like it. Could easily go check at the, yeah, we'll go check here. Make sure we turned everything in. I'm sure I have, but it is definitely money and XP, so. When I say money, it's like 2 sovereigns. Just all by itself. We did that. Got Isabella. Pretty sure we did that already, too.
I can already tell this isn't going anywhere pleasant.
That makes pickpocketing easier.
I'll try it sometime and find out.
Thanks for helping me out.
Another time, friend.
Okay, let's just hope I turn them all in separately. Find out later, because I'll be missing like 250, 500 XP, something like that. 500? 250. Whatever. Okay, let's see what we got active. I think we got to get this done. It's cool bring Fenris with us on this. I think that's why I grabbed him, because this was next. This is also a way to not piss off Anders. You could send Fenrir to the Dalish. Get an extra sovereign out of it. I usually use that opportunity to piss off Anders, but we could totally just not take Fenris and do that, and then go back to the Dalish and get an extra sovereign. I don't know if you get XP for that one. I'm not sure. I think it's just money, but money's money. If you send him the circle, Anders hates it. So if you're trying to get Anders' rivalry, that's an easy way to do it. But yeah, right here. So we can easily take Anders on this one too. On this one right here. Maybe do that and then switch Fenris out for Bethany later. I like having Fenris on this one though. Okay. See if we got a fire staff too. I think Merrill has it. Air cold, electricity cold. We need a fire staff here. We'll get a little more money from the asshole over the slavers too, because of the string of pearls. That'll drop us an extra, probably 30 silver, something like that. As long as we got Varric with us all the time, we're good there. Okay. Let me get a fire staff. I gotta have that. Yeah, Merrill's got it. She probably needs a level up too. Yeah, that's fine. staff so we know what her base stats are. Okay, that doesn't give any false stats, but just be careful. What's going on, everybody? How's your? It is Tuesday now, right? Taco Tuesday. Anybody get tacos today? Anybody got some taco tales to share? Taco tales. That's what we should call it on Tuesdays. Taco tales, and everybody describe their latest taco adventure, whatever that may be. Okay. Still surprisingly. Okay. We don't have. Yeah, we don't have the extra attack stats. Got it. Still haven't made friends with her. Could take her and Anders, and then let Fenrir. That might actually get some friendship. It doesn't change anything. Whether Fenrir goes to the elves or the circle, he realizes that there's really nobody to help him. Okay, that's good. I did give her a tactic for that, right? Yeah, this is fantastic. Target between short and medium range Tempest. Just keeps anyone that's even like within range of her just like constantly staggered and taking damage. It's really helpful with demons, actually, because it'll normally cover like the whole map. A lot of times when you get in rooms with demons, it's a small room with a lot of those assholes, and you're kind of cornered. So that at least helps. But it also draws a lot of threats, so yeah, that can get her wrecked as well. All right. We don't need Bethany's friendship. That stays at 100. I mean, even if you piss her off every once in a while, it's like anything else you do. She's always down with you anyway. She just gets a little corrupted by Anders. A little confused, and she's never any more pissy than like -5, which you get back immediately, like pretty much just whenever. Doesn't really matter. Like she's solid. It's a gangster ass staff now. Like that's a really gangster staff. Seriously. Not those. We're not doing anything else there. But we definitely need this. That's basically the most important thing in the game right there. Just saying. Haste and more haste. As much haste as you can get, just do that. All good. So I haven't really gotten any friendship from Anders. I could have Anders rivalry already. Like literally already be there. But it's just the rivalry thing, that plus 50 health regen. Oh my god, that's like 25 times bigger than, like you get from a piece of equipment, which will be like +2 health regen. That's plus 50. Holy shit. He's going to heal faster than you can hurt him. No, actually he doesn't. It's almost like 50%. Instead of ticking this much, it ticks this much, which is the same fucking thing. It doesn't do anything. At least not on the backwards compatibility, it doesn't. And you would think that it would even be worse on the backwards or even better, because everything's ticking like 2 or 3 times faster. 4 times faster in some cases. It's like 120 frames a second, which is literally 4 times faster than the original, which kills you a lot of times because enemies are like, well, now I can hit you 4 times in 1 second, and your entire health bar disappears. You're like, really? I just got backstabbed 8 times with the same backstab? Really? It happens. Not so much for you, but definitely for the enemies. But this right here, that's plus 10 to everything. That's pretty sick, man. We're gonna lose this piece of shit anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, for right now, yeah, we'll definitely we got to go with that. I mean, longer haste is just, you can end fights with an extra couple seconds of haste. You can end fights or get down to like 1 or 2 enemies and narrow everything down. As long as you can kill all the flotsam, then your main thing that you're trying to do, you can concentrate on that. If everybody's shooting the same thing, it's not like you do 4 times damage. It's almost like you do 8 times damage if everybody's focused on the same enemy. That enemy just goes down faster. But if you got a bunch of bullshit and everybody's fighting one thing each individually, everything seems to go half as fast. But haste does help, obviously. That's your go-to. So, all right. Now, I do have this. Problem is, and it does have fire on it, but it's only plus 3. So it's literally like, that's like an 80% nerf. But then it's plus 5 damage, so it's really more like a 50% nerf. Not really going to do a whole lot. I think you can affect slavers with this, but the slaver mages are immune to spirit. So you're literally like cutting, but everybody else you can kill, I think, a little bit faster. Or you can just go with just straight damage. Nothing more, but nothing less. So we'll probably just roll with that. I think we're fast enough now to where we can do some shit anyway. Just saying. Dude, the dog is so chill. The dog's like, oh, I'll get there. He's like, y'all ain't got no snacks. Now, unless there's some snacks in the pockets of these assholes after we kill them. Okay, cool. But other than that, I'm not hurrying. No. In fact, you're going to have to tug on my leash because you haven't given me a snack in the last 30 seconds. You're a bad human. That's what the dog's saying. I'm serious. That is so what the dog's saying.
Look here, boys. Volunteers. Clap 'em in irons and let's see what the Tevinters will pay for them.
Oh. That's how you want to... Oh. Nice.
Make him talk.
I can do that.
Pluck this dude's heartstrings like this. Like you're playing a heart.
Flaming ass. How did you do that? Never mind. I've stashed the boy in a cave, a smuggler hideout on the Wounded Coast. Tevinters will be by to finish the deal today. Now, can I go?
Sure. Oh, wait.
Sure. Oh, wait. I meant no.
Kill them!
We're keeping score, right?
Ooh, 385? Dude, you normally get like 285. Okay, that literally pays for all of our runes of fortune and part of our amulet of influence by itself. Although that paid for itself a long time ago, so this is like all profit.
Looks like they took in some bolt hole in the Wounded Coast. Limping hills. No? Now you fall! Who forget I said anything?
Just die, dude. Well, you've been dead for a long time.
Too far!
It's going way too slow.
I'll deal with this.
Oh, well, somebody already killed the mage.
Get back!
Now, see, that's where Stone Fist comes into play. You get a mage that doesn't have any armor. Stone Fist actually hits really, really hard. So, I mean, there's that.
See his pie.
But normally you're dealing with, like, dragons, armored enemies, Canary, you know, mercenary captains, yeah, shit like that. Templars. Those dudes are so heavily armored that, yeah, your friggin' Stone Fist just bounces off. I mean, you'll get the combo, but the combo, instead of being like 80% of their health bar, it'd be like 5% of their health bar. And you're like, what was the point? Alright, so we gotta go to the Wounded Coast. Now this is a place where we can okay, so this is a really good opportunity to get friendship from Fenris. You get other opportunities elsewhere. Like, I mean, if we just wanted to side roll and go somewhere real quick, we could throw anybody else in the party and go to the gallows, and then you can gain some points with Fenris. It's like +5. You gain a lot of points with Fenris if you turn in the corrupted Templar, who comes back and bites you in the ass no matter what you do. But you can turn into the corrupted Templar, and Anders hates it because he's working with Orsino to corrupt all the Templars to make it easier to murder everybody in Kirkwall. That's just the simple fact of it. Yeah, Tim Waltz is a fucking traitor, satanic fucking mobster, and Anders is a fucking pedophile, terrorist person that Tim Waltz made a deal to bring into this country. There you go. I mean, like, literally, that's your parallel, so you understand exactly who and what they are. There's your modern life example, real world example of exactly how corrupt that actually is. It's just that bad. All right, so I mean, it seems a shame not to take advantage of that. So I mean, you can just like do this. Now we literally have no mage, but we're not going to go do any fighting real quick. I'm just going to go just do this real quick, just for Fenris' sake. Okay, so that tree is absolutely completely, that's complete. So we go ahead and take the damage resistance. That just makes her just, now she's not tanky. Now she's formidable. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not just a tank. Why do bullets bounce off of her face? Like, why is that? Why do arrows glance off the back of her head? How's that even possible? Yeah, that's Aveline. Okay, so this is just for some approval. It's free. You can do it. Oh shit, the errant letter. Oh, I haven't done this yet. Oh, nice. This is even more approval from Fenris. By blackmailing fucking Thras for being a traitor to the Order. Who gives a shit what that thing thinks? And anybody that approves of that thing is fucking evil too, so who gives a shit about their opinion either? That's like listening to a woke person and saying, that makes sense. Who does that? Unless you're fucking evil.
Never been in one.
Nobody does
This
that.
seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the circle I know.
What the circle does here is better than the alternative.
An alternative I am very familiar with.
True story.
Freedom
This is
a
how you piss
noble
off Anders.
ideal,
You just bring
but
Anders
I
with
see
you
no
too.
oppression here.
You
I
take
see
part. No,
fear
I'm not. This isn't how I'm
and
playing.
danger. But enough.
I'm not
sure
saying
we
this
came
wouldn't
here for a
work.
reason.
I'm not saying it wouldn't work. You could totally get away. I mean, but no, like actually probably. But you would never have haste. But you would have 2 Reaver options, so you would have some. Fenris actually eventually gets some haste. It's not really haste. It's like half haste. Now that half haste plus haste is freaking amazing, right? You get the same thing in your Reaver tree, but yeah. Let's do the right thing.
We have found neither hide nor
Let's
hair
do the
of
right
that
thing.
Fainreal. I can only think he has fallen victim to demons or slavers.
I found this. It was addressed to you. It seems to be from your daughter.
My daughter? Then you know what she is. How she died. When I traced her to that warehouse, I should have forced her into the circle. My own weakness in the face of her pleas is what destroyed her. It is why I urged Ariani not to give in when Fainreal wished to hide. If only I had been so strong for Olivia.
So,
Is this
this
a bad
to
time?
say 2 gold a week for
I
the
love
next
this
year,
shit.
Or the Templars get a
Fenris is like, for real. Seems only fair.
Cruel
You're a traitor to the order.
inequality.
You're responsible to
Seems
keep
only
people
fair.
safe, and you're part of the problem.
Monster. Fine.
That's like
Money
a
is what you wish to avoid.
it's like a
dragging
governor or a
Olivia's
police
name through the
officer
mud.
saying, we need to keep the pedophiles
be gone.
safe, so we're going to go against the government trying to get rid of pedophiles. Imagine that. I do love that.
Thank you, my friend.
I am
Only
glad
one
to
thing
stand
on the
here
list
day
I
after
have to
day. It is.
52, man. I don't think. Um. Man, we might have already bought the attributes too. I'm not sure if we did or not. Let's get rid of that. I'm not gonna need it. Get rid of that too. Nice. Well, I guess I'll just wait till we got like 65. I'm not sure if I bought. I think I did buy the attributes just because I had just enough for it. I think I might have, which means I've got a decent amount of money for right now, considering where we're at. See, we haven't even done this yet. Damn, I wish I could, damn it. Wish there was a place to, maybe we could do that. I'm trying to think of exactly which way I want to go from here. I think we've already got, Varric's friendship, because I've had him with me the whole time. And he's cool with pretty much anything. And the shit that he's not cool with, he regrets not being cool with it because, yeah, later. That doesn't. See if there's any more companion shit either. Yep, somebody. That's Meryl, and that's Meryl. So we never actually went to do that? Okay. Well, that's fun. So you can kind of do some mage-friendly shit, quote unquote. All right, well, we got to go get both these things started. And there's another little side thing that I know we didn't do already, so let me see. Can Varric even do it? Let's double check that. Oh yeah, Varric's totally ahead of the game. So I'm guessing his that's still +1. Still +1. All right, we can put the next couple levels into attack. You want Dex for Varric just so he can hit things. That's why I gave him that it's not control, but it's like the attack skill. All right. But we definitely need this too. We'll pick that up later. I think that unlocks other things as well. There's 2 different things we can do here. Nice. You still have Act of Mercy. you have a chance to not piss Anders off on that one too. It's really hard because you got to like look Satan in the face and say, I agree with everything you say. To do that, but anytime you try to get Anders' approval, that's what you have to do. You have to say, wow, you fuck with kids, innocent people, you murder everybody, you're a fucking pervert in every sense of the word, morally, financially, politically, just there's nothing good about you, you're 100% evil, and I have to agree with you on everything. And if I don't agree with you, it's conversational rape and you punish me for it. That's literally Anders throughout the entire game. Man, it's really hard to stomach that. But if you're a good agent, you know how to manipulate the easily fooled. You know how to let a woke person destroy themselves. But it's kind of hard to stop them from destroying everybody else too, because it's what they're literally dedicated to. That's like their entire life's purpose, is to destroy innocence, pervert anything good, and make anything evil prosperous. That's all they're about. They can't do anything else. So, crazy, right?
A couple of Templar recruits went missing. They were last seen here.
You'll have to be more specific. We do a lot of business with the Templars.
The Templars are the ones who want this information.
We make a lot of our money off of nervous Templars that expect some privacy.
Privacy.
I'll be
What she says that? Privacy.
Let me look through the books. Wilmot, Karen. Here we go. Wilmot came in here a lot. You sure he had time to be a Templar? The both of them last saw Iduna.
Did Wilmot have time to be a Templar?
Thank you for your help.
Sure thing. And listen.
Oh, man.
You didn't hear any of this from me. We clear?
Did Wilmot even have time to be a Templar? Damn, he came in here a lot. And he was in here like 3 times a day.
In Ferelden. Duncan, I think his name was. Very odd man. He had a marvelous beard, though. I'd never seen one before. I thought a squirrel had grabbed him by the chin.
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you. What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
I can see why Nanette liked
everybody's like, oh, you got to be kidding. That's the worst shit I've ever heard in my life. Everybody's like, really?
I hear she
Are you
finally left
serious?
her worthless husband. Good for
Everybody.
her.
Like,
I
oh my
just wish you'd
God,
said
that
goodbye.
was so bad. Oh, man.
Were you hoping Nanette would leave Ghislaine for you?
Of course not. I know my place. I offer a service, that's all.
No, basically,
Anyway,
actual
there was someone
RPG, I'm
else
kind of
looking for
running a no-tank party.
Templar. I believe his name
I mean, I
was
guess I'm
Eric.
tanking.
He wouldn't sleep with me
The cool
either.
thing is you can get away with it
I can't see
even in
why
the
a
deep roads.
Templar would be interested in anyone
Even in
who
the
isn't of
gauntlet.
age.
Even versus Zebenkek. Even at the end of the game. Totally get away with it.
Someone else Nanette spent special alone time with, perhaps?
She always liked men in uniform. You could ask him yourself. Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Nanette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
Oh, God. That's so bad. Why work if you're not working hard? Like, come on. Seriously, dude? Just stop it. Oh, man. Iduna, the exotic wonder from the east. Yeah.
You must be the exotic wonder of the East. Do you remember entertaining a Templar named Wilmot a few weeks ago? Or Karen?
Wilmot. Wilmot. That doesn't sound familiar.
Do your clients like this charade? It must get dreadfully tiresome.
Whatever do you mean?
Here comes the blood magic. Here it comes. What does Isabella call him? Prostitute. Apostates.
Are boring.
Apostitutes.
Why don't we have some real fun?
Apostitutes.
Hawk,
Come on, man.
easy on this love.
That might be the best line in the whole game.
You should listen to your
I like big boats. I cannot lie. It's tied between those two, and Isabella is behind both of them. So, hey, point to Isabella on both. I like big boats. I cannot lie. Huh. Apostate, prostitutes, apostitutes. Oh man.
As charming and relentless as you are, I'm here to investigate.
Here it comes.
Answer one of my questions first. Who told you about...
Listen to the music or the sound. This is what this sound means in the background. Just like the assassin's knife that shows up in cutscenes, and which you actually make to become an assassin in Inquisition. Not like Inquisition is going to give you any... Well, I mean, there's lore in Inquisition. It's mostly in the DLCs. Anyway, but it's one of those things. The sound, the audio actually gives you a clue. Because you hear it other times in the game, and you know that there's blood magic at work. And everything behind blood magic, everything using blood magic, and everything that made blood magic in the first place at work. This isn't even a mage. There's another example of somebody who's not a mage being a mage because of blood magic. But there's also examples in the game of people being turned into abominations, which is pretty much exclusively a mage thing previously, but you can be an abomination with enough red lyrium, which is blood magic incarnate. So it's still all the same shit. And now what does the blood mage want to do? Murder. Murder by causing you to kill yourself.
She showed me her books.
Self-murder.
That wasn't so hard, was it? So, Vivica sold me out, did she? That drab, pathetic...
And this
little
arrogant fucking liberal just
She will
assumes
be
that it
dead.
has all the rights, even though it's wrong
Just
in everything that it
one more
is,
thing for
thinks, says, hears,
your blade.
believes.
and bring it
And
gently
does.
across your throat.
When I say liberals are blood mages, I'm not actually kidding. When I say woke is blood magic, it's a religion. It's not politics. It's not a sociology. It's implanted demonic possession that makes you incapable of hearing truth, speaking truth, believing truth, seeing truth. You're literally a zombie going after brains because you don't have any anymore. That's a fact. If you don't understand that, sucks to be you. So I don't know if you get any approval from Anders on this. I think you get approval from Anders for letting her live because this is one of Anders' work co-conspirators. Anders is woke as fuck too, so... But Anders can't really pull it off if it just says, hey, don't touch her, she's good, because she's a fucking blood mage trying to get you to kill yourself and murder you. And if she successfully murdered you, what would Anders do? Dissolve into the background. True story? True story.
I will not obey you.
What are you doing? Stop that. Stop that now.
Yeah, actually, liberals don't run anything. Your demands, your fucking protests are just you
What?
showing that
How
you're
did you do that?
satanic, fucking demonic possessed motherfuckers like from the movie The Exorcist. I'm just waiting for a liberal
must be.
on live
Maybe we
TV
can find
to turn their
answers somewhere
entire head
around here.
around 360 and
cold
vomit
shower.
on everybody and still live. That's what I want to see. That's the only way to make this shit more
In
funny
the Undercity.
and scary at the same time. Well, not scary if you're a Christian. You actually see what it is, and it's just it's beyond joke. It's like you really are serious. That's what a Christian says. It's like, are you really serious? You really are serious. You can't even make this shit up. How just bad you are at everything on purpose. Wow. Crazy. Anyway, all right. So let's. So we got a dark town, and we've got a what? Oh, we actually like have a. Okay, so. If you, it's hard to do the right thing. It's impossible to do the right thing when you have either these motherfuckers in your party. But you can take Bethany and just try to get by. But Bethany doesn't have anything to work with against demons. She has Spirit Bolt and Haste. If you don't do all the work, so the choice is to tell the Templars that the traitor is okay, but he's already infiltrated the Templars anyway. And then it's like dealing with Thrask. If you don't want to, you still have to. So it's like, I don't know, man. What's up, T? What's going on, bro? What's up, Home Flakes? Yeah, man, there's just a lot of stuff in Act 1 you can't take Anders on. And if you take Anders on it to... Damn, I mean, I don't really have any opportunities for approval with Anders. Just simply based on the fact that, I mean, if you want to do anything in the game that's actually, like, not evil, you can't have Anders with you. Because if you do not evil, Anders fucking hates you for it. He's woke. He's woke as fuck. Damn. Let me see. I'm trying to think of the best approvals that I can find. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it at least dropping in and just saying, hey. Appointment what? Like doctor stuff? You alright? Well, I'm gonna go look at what I've actually got to deal with and figure out what I actually want to do. I mean, you can totally do the, I believe Karen should stay in the order. And you're actually putting a blood mage, you're putting a liberal person in something that has to be conservative, because if it's not conservative, everybody's going to die. But guess what? Everybody dies anyway, so I guess knowing that ahead of time doesn't really matter. It's just doing the wrong thing, but the wrong thing happens regardless. Your choices don't actually matter at the end of the day, because evil is going to at least appear to prevail. Like in New York and Minnesota, it's going to appear to profit and prevail regardless. Have you seen any meaningful arrests? I mean, we're getting pedophiles and sex traffickers to stop selling our fucking children to snuff film producers and stuff like that. That's cool, because there's a market for that shit, and that tells you how bad our society is right off the bat. Is anybody aware of that? If you're not aware of that, fuck you. Fuck you for not being aware of it. That means you're intentionally ignorant. You're stupid. Fuck yourself. And if you're offended by that, fuck you twice. If you still don't like it, fuck you 3 times. Yeah. Serious stuff. Snuff films with underage kids, with pedophiles murdering them for sick fucking people's lusts. Because it's free, because Biden made sure that happened. Because that's how they fund themselves. just the UK is going through the same shit. There's just a bunch of different names, but it's the exact same thing. This is how Satan writes government. It's called politics. It's very profitable for very, very, very evil people. Remember, the love of money is the root of all evil. The money being dishonest gain at the expense of children whose lives are captured, kidnapped, sold, and destroyed to pedophiles and perverts who murder them, snuff films, all that other shit. Keep them as property until they just want to throw them away because they just need another young child to do it all over again. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. That's the underbelly of all this shit that we're giving our tax dollars to. That's where we're at. And you're not going to stop it because the government owns you. You don't own the government anymore. So, there you have it. Damn, can't put it any other way. Even Tom McDonald doesn't touch that topic. That tells you something. I wish he would. All right, Okay, so there's at least there's at least two more things. Act of Mercy. The Viscount's son. We can get this started, I guess. I'm just not really sure who I want to take with me on this. All right, you know what? Let's just get it started, and then we'll figure out who we want to take when we actually go there. That makes sense to me. Let's just do that.
Insist if you must, but Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
See, nobody gives you approval on this one.
Tell Dumas my scout
Although
tracked
you're,
the boy and his canary
I don't know.
to the
You'd think you would get some approval from somebody on
I'm
this,
taking
but
a full
no,
company after
you don't.
him. And when I return, I expect him to make a show of
It's
the
it's not a Mage Templar
So many
issue.
to deal with one Kunari seems excessive.
He maybe tell the shop. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody way.
Yes, what is it?
I'm going to give you another dynamic. Anders is the prime activist for the woke mage left. And that motherfucker says, everybody's going to have to draw a line. We're going to murder you. And if you don't like it, defend yourself. That means you're against us. And if you don't resist, then we're going to murder you and take you over and use you to empower more of our fucking murder. And if you don't like it and you want to defend yourself, then you must be MAGA and you must be a fucking Nazi because you don't want to just die spiritually, morally, ethically, politically, economically. That's literally their logic. And their first act of freedom is to enslave themselves. In Inquisition, their first act of freedom is to sell themselves forever to their worst enemies like Russia and China, which is the biggest example of atrocities, torture, mass murder ever faced fucking even the goddamn Nazis, socialists, communists, same thing. And they support that. And then when it happens to them, it's your fault. Crazy, right? We're actually seeing a video game example of that. Actual dynamics in a video game that is actually telling you exactly what's going on right now and exactly how fucking evil and insane these motherfuckers are. That if you gave them 1,000 points of common sense, they would still be negative 16 fucking infinity common sense. They're literally possessed. If you know what a devil speaks like, listen to a woke person. Listen to a communist, socialist. It's all the same thing. They spout the same rhetoric. it tells you where they came from. The fucking alphabet community. Do you know they were banned in Russia, but they were created by Russia and the CCCP to dismantle and destroy Western civilization? But yet they ban that shit in their own borders because it's their weapon to destroy you too. And once the entire world is destroyed, from the ashes will rise a good satanic, Satan is Jesus communist state called global economy, called a new world order. You can call it what you want. You know, you got all the conspiracy bullshit out there, whatever. The bottom line is, it's obviously by design. Nobody can spout satanic, illogical, the opposite of truth rhetoric at everybody and get everybody to agree unless it's satanically, spiritually driven and orchestrated. You can call it politics. It's not politics anymore. This has to do with your soul and your family. And if you're allowing it to be destroyed, that's everything they were going for in the first place. Just roll over and take it in your butt like Satan's cactus penis in your butthole, and your mom's butthole, and your daughter's butthole, and your son's butthole, and your wife's butthole. That's what you're literally taking that. Well, that's not a Christian perspective. That is 100% a Christian perspective. In the most graphic terms, to where you just have to either you get it or you're part of it. Got to draw a line. You got right and you got everything else. You got true and you got everything else. What does this have to do with the video game? Everything. These points are actually being made right here. And you're actually seeing it come to pass in front of your face. So call this a blowing of the trumpet, if you will. The enemies are at the gate. Blow the trumpet. At least give everybody a chance to defend themselves. I'm going to join the enemy. Because you're a fucking pussy. And you're evil. And you're a fucking traitor and you're a coward. That's your choice these days. The line literally was drawn in the sand. Not by me. By the enemy. You have to be evil or else. That's literally what Anders says in this fucking game. You have to die willingly or we'll murder you. Either way, we're right because we're wrong. Right is right. No. Right is wrong. Wrong is right. Left is right. Right is wrong. Dark is light. Light is dark. Good is bad. Bad is good. That's straight from Isaiah, by the way. Like, oh my God, that offends my peaceful existence. I'm trying to pretend like everything's going to be okay, but I won't do anything to make anything okay. Well, you get what you got coming. You get what you voted for. And even if you didn't vote for it, you're not going to question it because the left might not like you, even though they're fucking destroying you. That's how you want to live? That's how you're living. There you go, man.
If this is about a rescue,
I can't,
that woman did not
damn,
seem the
man.
type.
I can't.
She is the type I feared we would attract.
I don't think that's any more clear.
As I told the others,
And
Viscount
I'm
Dumas'
pretty
son,
sure
Seamus,
I didn't
is
say
missing.
anything that you could even argue
We
against.
suspect he was
Unless
taken
you're a
back to
goddamn
Ireland.
liberal and then you can't
If you
argue
would
against
like
it. You
to
start
try your
shouting
hand
really
at
loud.
securing his
If you
safe
get louder
return, feel free.
and get more insane and
I
more
have
demonic
certainly
and show that you're
granted
even
no
more possessed,
exclusivity
and
to
start
the Winters
putting your head 360 and start
violent
vomiting on the walls and freaking out, guess what? You proved my point. Anyway, all right.
Ready the reward. He'll be back in no time.
Declare it if you like, but the reward goes to whomever brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters,
By the way,
should you encounter them.
no apologies.
On the Wounded Coast.
I'm not going to shut up. I mean, you can kill me, I guess. But anybody speaking the truth has been killed. There was somebody even recently. And not that stupid bitch in the Suburban who tried to fucking murder a federal agent behind her wife because she was fucking so mentally disordered that, you know, drive, bitch, drive. And you never see her side of it because it'll show you exactly what she was mumbling to herself in her fucking possessed mental state. To become a martyr for the left so that they can distract you from the fact that trillions have been stolen from you just over the last decade or so. Trillions. To fund the very thing destroying your livelihood and enabling sex trafficking rings to go unabated, including child protection services. Funneling children to these fucking perverts. The Epstein files won't tell you shit. The global Epstein type files will tell you everything you've needed to know since the beginning of time. This is not a new thing. We just have the internet now. That's truth. That somebody could get killed for, but I'm not important enough, so I can speak my mind without any fear whatsoever. And even if I was given reason to have some fear, I still wouldn't. All those lives. Do you know what all those boys and girls, underage boys and girls, sold from all over the world? Through this ring that's orchestrated by satanic liberal media and just fucking the woke in general and all their fucking billions of funding that they steal from you as taxpayers to take God's blessing from you and use it for evil. Do you understand that these could have been senators, presidents, teachers, pastors, business owners, just your wife, your best friend. And their lives are like completely ignored because, well, the media and even the conservative media still will not send you in the direction. You think one of these souls is forgotten by God himself? Even one of these souls. Just in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, the 1 million children lost. Trump saved some of them. How many else slipped through the cracks? Globally. This is just like Mexico, America shit. Right? South America, America stuff. Yeah, maybe a little European shit. Yeah, maybe even a little bit of Canada shit, because Canada's never going to say anything because they literally are a nation. They're a national vagina. No offense to women. I mean vagina in the sense of being a pussy. When you're supposed to, be a man. So, yeah, I mean, well, at least they're better than France. Canada's better than France. I'll give it that. Because France is Owen forever in any kind of conflict. They're literally the definition of coward. Sorry to symbolize something good to describe something bad. Coward is bad. Vaginas are a really good thing. Okay? That's how babies are made, regardless of the modern satanic woke rhetoric. It's like, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. The entire field is a rabbit hole now. There aren't anything but rabbit holes. You're not able to speak the truth. And every satanic fucking illogical, insane, fucking devil rhetoric is now a talking point in government. Do you understand where we're at? Yeah, here's your new world system. Here is Satan's Jesus stage, where he gets to come in with the string that you can still see hanging off his back to come in and work some miracles and wonders and probably do some fucking AI CG shit. Yeah, that's where we're at. I don't want to hear this. I'm here to watch a video game. This video game is bringing up these points. I'm a bitch if I don't talk about them. I am a bitch if I don't talk about them. I'll take my Christian card and just throw it in the trash if I'm going to be a bitch about that. No. True is true, and then you have everything else. Just saying. Doesn't make me a hero, but it does mean truth is truth, and then you have everything else. And not speaking it because you're afraid to be, I don't know, canceled by a system that puts you on a pedestal that you didn't deserve in the first place on some social media shit because you haven't contributed to society at all. You're letting everybody else work for you. And you just want some views, and you want some clicks, and you want some likes, and somehow that amounts to money, and that's all you're really after in the first place. You're not honest. You're not true. You're not media. You're not an influencer. You're influencing people to bad things because you can't speak the truth, because if you do, you'll get canceled. You really actually will get canceled. And you're more scared of that than you are of Jesus? Damn, bro, the devil put you on your pedestal in the first place. I don't care what kind of influence you are, and I don't care what kind of media you're on. You're allowed to speak because you're allowed to speak. You put yourself in a collar. Don't scream about fucking slavery and any kind of reimbursements when you put yourself in a collar on purpose, being a fucking slave to social media, exploiting everybody with your conservative / toxic liberal views. You're all the same fucking shit. You're worthless. Speak the truth, call it for what it is, see what happens. You'll never get paid for it. You might even get murdered. Now that's reality. So, and it's always been all the way going back to Cain murdering Abel, because Cain was religious, woke, political, and Abel he loved God, and he just did things the way God said to do and just figured it'd work out okay. And it did. He just went home early when a fucking piece of shit, woke-ass fuck, murdered him, supposed to be his brother. Which is what liberals tell you that they are. They're your brother and they're your sister. Some blue fucking purple-haired fucking satanic lunatic speaking nonsense that can't hear the truth, can't speak the truth, can't think the truth, and can't do the truth. And anything they say or do, that's your brother or sister. Even if they are your actual brother or sister, they will sell you out to Satan in a heartbeat just for some political gain that they don't even know what it means. That's where we're at. That's biblical. Just go read Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13. Literally, sister will deliver their own sister or brother, mother, daughter, mother, son, father, brother. Deliver them to death. Who is death? Satan is death. And hell follows after him. You want to know what it's like to be in hell? Well, you would call it woke these days. Following after Satan. If it's the 10 Commandments, I fucking hate it. That's Satan. That's woke. It's not that much more complicated. If you're one of those, well, if you went and fucked yourself and died in the process, the world would be a better place. Just saying. Just saying. All right. So do I actually take Meryl and Anders? Damn, getting Anders' friendship is actually harder than I thought it was. We're not going to have it by the deep roads. I got to make some decisions that Anders actually approves of. Hard to do, man. Really hard to do. The only reason I don't have more approval from Anders is I wouldn't let Anders literally rape me earlier. I couldn't stomach it. So if my playthrough has to pay for that, yeah, fuck this game at that point. That's just not cool. I should not have to do that. I should not allow Anders to just rape me for approval. Now, if you want to be raped, Anders is Satan. So if you want to be raped by Satan for approval and clicks and likes, to make it on social media, to make money that you're not working for, you just exist like Kim Kardashian, then no power to you. You're everything that's wrong in the world. So there you have it. It's like, well, dude, why do you even stream? Because you're against the entire purpose of it. Because it's a platform, and I can just be honest. And if nobody likes it, I don't care. Yeah, true story. Well, dude, you're not funded. How are you doing this? How are you making it without $150,000 a month? Motherfucker, I've made it on minus $200 a month. Still here. Totally cool with that.
Like Darktown, die and make room.
Just saying. So I guess we got to allow this thing into the Templars. Doesn't really matter. Say, oh man, it's completely demon free when it's not. You don't have to be an abomination to be controlled by abominations. You might as well be an abomination. If you do and say everything an abomination does, if you literally say and do everything a devil does, you might as well be the devil. Especially if you have influence within the order that's supposed to fight against devils, like an American politician, but yet they're all the fucking devil. Or at least some version of it. Am I wrong? I'm just speaking as an American. If I was in the UK, I'd probably be even more vocal, and I'd have been in jail a long time ago, because if you say anything against the pedophiles that are raping and destroying your families and taking all of your economy, even worse than the US, then you go to jail. While they don't go to jail for raping your fucking daughter in front of you, and you go to jail for saying something about it. This is why I got banned off Twitch. So if I get banned here and you don't see me after this, it's for saying the absolute truth. Although I don't see how the UK can moderate YouTube, but you never know. But it's just for the truth. Put that in your pipe and smoke it for a second.
Everyone stay still and try not to make any loud noises.
Saying. Let's see. Somebody has a fire staff right here, right? One second. We do not need a fire staff. We need, Now, cold isn't bad. Yeah, cold isn't bad. Spirit's no good. 20 damage versus demons and undead. I mean, I guess technically you break even. I guess. But if the enemy is immune to spirit and you don't get that plus 20 because they're immune to that too, because it's a spirit staff, you don't get shit. So let's just go with this. Let's go with this. I'd rather have the mana for a mage that can actually use it. That's fair. That's definitely fair. Nice. Actually, if our dog gets knocked out, I think it resets anyway. Well, we got all this up here. Pitiful. That's how that's supposed to look. Now, who's fleeing over here to go die on purpose?
Now you fall.
So if you've got a decent party build, at least on the OG, it at least respected that. See, like right there on backwards compatibility, we could have got an entire party wiped just out of nowhere. Because they would have given that rage demon like extra attacks, extra damage. You could have been like spun on by the rage demon, which is the same thing as a rogue backstab, and been backstabbed like 3 times and just instantly one-shotted. When you know that can't happen, but it'll just happen. So yeah. Cool, man. Works for me. And Puppy Bro actually did his job, so that's pretty cool too. I love the horse neigh. The horse neighing that. Just rein that shit in, man. Rein it in. Right? There might be a trap here? No, no trap. Okay. Cool, man.
Messing with us is suicidal.
Win. Beautiful. Works for me.
Now that's just rude. What are they trying to do? Ruin my boots?
Right. And this is what mages do to Templars to turn non-mages, and actually the opposite of mages, into abominations. And if they don't succeed, which they would here, and this would be like what's his face? The one that Cullen is actually confronting. One of the recruits. This is the other recruit that says this is how that first recruit turned into what it is, which is an actual abomination. It literally turns into like an elite boss level shade. Why? Well, I guess it's powerful because it's a Templar, but it's turned into an abomination, a fucking incarnate demon, like a woke person with purple hair, with or without the nose rings. I'm not criticizing nose rings. I've seen some pretty sexy ass nose rings. Doesn't have anything to do with your spiritual, mental state. Yeah, anyway. This is how, what's his name? This is how that recruit actually became an abomination right here. You interrupt it, but this is kind of the same thing as Cullen Cullen was interrupted like this in Dragon Age Origins. That's why he's like fucked up for life. When you get infected with woke, when Satan creeps in and destroys your logic, destroys your truth, makes you be willing to allow your children to be perverted and turn into sodomites and abominations in the flesh, having their fucking dicks chopped off or turned inside out and vice versa and all this and that and fucking hormone therapy and all this shit, and your tax dollars are spent to support that type of Sodom and Gomorrah, the reason that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, and you're okay with that, you can't think for yourself anymore. You are literally possessed. Jesus can get rid of your demon, but you're possessed. You are literally incapable of thinking for yourself. This isn't progressive. This isn't politically correct anymore. This is satanic possession. It's a religion. It's the opposite of Jesus, as disguised as a political movement, and they've got a rainbow flag. You know where the rainbow came from? Rainbow came from God as a promise, the same one who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So the Sodomites embraced that to spite God in his face because they fucking hate Jesus. The same reason the people behind them murdered Jesus when he was here himself, and that was God in the flesh. And if you don't understand that, well, your calendar is based on that. So there's a little bit of proof. And if you need any more proof, fuck you. God isn't into sideshows. Satan is. The woke definitely are into sideshows. God doesn't do sideshows. If you need any more proof than that, you can only hate him so much till he says, all right, do your thing, man. I won't bless you. That's the biggest curse you can have in life, is God doesn't bless you. You're left to your own devices. That is the worst hell that you can actually create for yourself. Go ahead. Fly your fucking rainbow flags and preach about Satan and fucking hate Jesus. Be the opposite of the 10 Commandments that say that you shouldn't rape little kids and women and even men, and you shouldn't murder anybody, and, you know, good is good and bad is bad. And you fucking hate that? Fuck you. I don't want to spend another minute on earth with you, but if I have to spend even 1 second in heaven where there is no time, it's eternal. There is no time in heaven. And I have to spend a second with you, I'd be mad. Good thing I don't have to. When good filters out evil, if you're 100% evil, that's your choice. It's who you are. It was who you are before you were even born. Like serial killers, pedophiles, perverts, homosexuals. That's who you were before you were even born. And now you want rights. And now you want to destroy all the innocent people who aren't you because you want to promote your evil that is you. That's evil. And if you don't understand that, you're evil. That's a PSA. Just saying. All right, we got Puppy Bro here. Puppy Bro is going to save the day. Somehow or another.
How wonderful.
And a fucking blood mage is behind everything. A woke person is behind all the corruption that they're blaming on the conservatives.
We'll find one of you suitable.
This is Antifa blaming everything on Trump that they're creating. This is literally what we're looking at in a video game from over a decade ago. A decade and a half ago. Dude, you can't even make this shit up. And half the people that wrote this game are part of the problem. I mean, and they're proud of it. Same way they're proud of a fucking rainbow that speaks against them. Anyway, whatever.
You do know I cut a path through your abominations, right?
Your abominations. Your literal abominations.
If a few
I
more
destroyed
fall to the
all of them.
demons, we concede
Because they
chaos
need
in
to be
their
destroyed.
ranks.
How many
Imagine that.
abominations can they discover amongst their own before it drives the Knight Commander crazy?
Go ahead and attack another church in America and see if actual Christians. I mean, just attack the churches that aren't full of Christians. They're just worshiping Satan in the name of Jesus. But attack a church that's actually full of Christians. See what happens. Fuck around and find out. Yeah, keep on. You'll find out. When people defend their First Amendment rights with extreme prejudice, and you don't get to complain to the news anymore because you're unalived the way you should be, yeah, fuck around and find out. Real human Christians doing what God tells them to do. The fucking Philistines, the goddamn is fucking pedophile, goddamn pig worshipping, even though they don't eat pork and they think you're fucking dogs or evil. But their religion is based on pedophilia and everything Satan's about and hating everything God's about. Yeah, man. That's not gonna end well. You die.
You're worse than a monster.
Just execute these motherfuckers. Just nobody's gonna arrest them. Just execute them. Defend yourself. That sounds good to me.
Need to get close. Now we fall. Go down.
It's kind of like die woke bitch. Die woke bitch. Nice. Gotta love it. Gotta love doing the right thing when it matters. Beautiful. Bro, Varric tanked for us a little bit, right? Apparently Varric is at least a little bit of a patriot, even though he's made some really bad choices. Let me side with evil because I'm fucking woke and stupid. That's Varric. But then realizing, damn, I'm woke and stupid, and I literally breathe life into Satan's asshole with a beer bong. Yeah. Sucks to be Varric right now. When he realized he's been protecting and supporting this shit all along. Kind of crazy, right? Nice. At least we made some money there. So you saved Kieran from becoming an abomination by being like literally physically possessed by woke, but
I thought he had abandoned
it's just corrupted by woke. So now it's gonna do what they want anyway, even though it's not physically.
The cage has opened.
Well, you actually get to kill this piece of shit later, so yeah, it might as well be physically woke. You might as well have let the blood mages do their job because he's too far gone, and that's his choice. And if it wasn't his choice, then man, God help all the people that are confused by woke because they just are incapable of thinking as a human being. You have an IQ lower than the average Somalian, taking trillions of your tax dollars. Trillions, not billions, trillions. Sucks to be you, man. I mean, there's a way out. But there's only one way out. It said it's harder for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven than to go through the eye of the needle. You know what the eye of the needle was? It was the gates at Jerusalem. And it was in the middle of the desert. And when you saw it, it was like the eye of a needle. and you had to unpack your camels and get rid of all your weapons and all your riches and just gratefully go inside the sanctuary that was being offered you, which you may or may not be grateful for. When you're offered sanctuary that you're supposedly claiming, but you're using it to exploit Christian Americans and European Christians for every single thing they have, including your children's virginity to savages that rape them and then sell them off into sex trafficking. And if you have a problem with it, you go to court and you get jailed. Do you understand Satan's hypocrisy? How fucking evil and enraging and infuriating it is to somebody who is just not 100% evil? If you're woke, you probably go along with that. And then you just go get a furry mask and you go get fucked in the ass somewhere by somebody that's just as perverted as you are, and you call it, and then you find a church that actually supports that. Or you don't. It doesn't really matter. You're an abomination, and if you died, the world would be a better place. True story. This is literally where we're at. And that's exactly what the eye of the needle actually means. It's easier to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich person, somebody exploiting Christian benefits, being an invader of a country, being the enemy, and actually even taking political office to invade that enemy and make sure that Jesus is not available to anybody if you possibly could, which will never happen because, well, God's in control of all this, and you are actually biblically locusts. You know what locust means? You know what the word that's actually translated locust is? It's Arabi. Arab. It's literally Arab with a fucking crown, a turban. Literally. So yeah, I mean, this shit was spoken thousands of years ago, and now you see exactly what's going on, and they're doing all of it on purpose, and if you're not letting it happen, it's happening anyway, which is exactly how it's supposed to go. Anyway, so if you're not cool with that, I just say get on the Jesus train. And if you are cool with that, I don't want you on the Jesus train anyway, because you're just that much of a piece of shit. There you go. Now, those are facts. That's a true story. I don't even know who's here anymore, but maybe somebody needed to hear that. Maybe not. No, definitely somebody needed to hear that. No, 100%. Because it's actual truth, and then everything else is bullshit. So, there you have it.
Meryl, you know something about this.
You know something about possession because,
I don't
well,
know.
you're possessed. So, you're a blood mage, you're possessed. Period. End of conversation. You made a deal.
It's clean. There's no scent of demons in his blood.
Okay, so his physical body doesn't meet the racial profile of somebody who's woke. But his mind does. There you have it. There you have it. Okay, so this is the only way to get approval from Anders. You can leave. You know what? It's all going to turn out the same anyway. Honestly, if it was a decision that actually mattered, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck the build, man. I'll take a nerf.
Go ahead and leave, Karen. You've been through enough.
Don't tell the
If Anders approves of this,
I don't know what
this
they
is
do
the
to
most
me.
evil shit you can do.
Please, I need to go back. Tell them I'm all right. Tell my sister. I must go.
When you talk to Sir Cullen, maybe downplay the blood magic angle.
This thing wants you to lie
don't need the
and
Templars
conspire
cracking down
and
even
be
harder.
woke. And just accuse the Templars of the January 6th insurrection, even though it was actually rigged and the woke people fucking played all that shit to make good evil and evil good. People were in prison for years behind that had done nothing. And the people that actually profited from it are in office now. That's how Satan works. That's an American fact. It is what it is. If you don't like it, it still is what it is. Hating the truth doesn't make it less true. Yelling loudly doesn't make you right. Hating innocence and being evil as fuck doesn't win an argument. And God doesn't respect anything that you are if you condone that type of bullshit. So, those are facts. Anyway, we made that through without a knockout. Even with Meryl, we actually made that through without a knockout. That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. Made that through without a single knockout. Good times. Good times. Really want to get rid of this sword. I'm not lying. I mean, it's. I hate the way it looks. It's not a cutlass and it's not a katana. It's a curved sword. What is that from? Is that from Kingdoms of Amalur? They came at us with curved swords. Curved swords. What game is that from? Curved swords. Can you fucking believe that? Oh, anyway. Definitely a reference, but...
We don't want no Templars.
I don't want to fight.
You think it's over?
And stay down. Now you fall.
Immune to lightning? No.
I thank you, Syrah, for coming along when you did. I am
Oh, right. Oh, that's Skyrim. It is
You're
Skyrim. Oh,
older
thanks.
than I
Thanks,
thought
Feature.
you'd be.
Yeah, I was like,
Ninette
I
seems to
remember
go
hearing
for the
that.
young queen
They fight
first.
with curved swords. It's like one of the it's like one of the
Ninette to Karak. I hear she got
White
around.
Run guards. He's like
You
they
were
fight with
asking about
curved
it, so I
swords.
just assumed.
Curved swords. Who the fuck does that?
I was concerned that she was in danger.
That shit is
and
hilarious.
all. However, the investigation has been a waste
Yeah, the
of
red
time.
guards. They fight with curved swords. Curved swords. What, did somebody steal your sweet roll? Just saying. Yeah.
That sort of attitude will
That's
never
good times,
pay
man.
off.
It's good times. They have curved swords.
I was eager at first,
Comma.
but failure
Dot,
has
dot, dot.
leached all enthusiasm
Curved
from
swords.
me.
You hear what I'm saying, right?
This all started when Maren,
Like-
one of our circle
like, why,
mages,
bro?
disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Ninette.
Ah,
and
yeah,
two
yeah,
other
yeah.
missing
Yeah, you got that
women.
reference too. But there's also actually a game reference too.
Turns out he was
Curved
under my
swords are notoriously weak
bed. What?
in Dark
I
Souls,
think the disappearances are connected.
which came out
And I
about the same
suspect
time.
foul
I think it
players
came out on
involved.
like the same day. Anyway, whatever. When I'm about to go to get Skyrim, I'm like, what the fuck is Dark Souls? I didn't even know. maybe I'd heard of it type thing, but I hadn't played it at the time. Just saying. I had to find out later what Demon Souls was about, and I'm like, oh, this is some hardcore shit. Damn, and it's not even story-based, it's just build-based. Min-maxing at its finest. And then I played Dragon's Dogma, which was like kind of like Oblivion mixed with Dark Souls, with all the cool animations and the exact same art style, and that was my shit, man. Dragon's Dogma, until they ruined it with the Dark Arisen remaster that didn't, it almost looked worse. Honestly, I'm going to say Dragon's Dogma was actually the best Xbox 360 game that ever came out. Along with, you know, Dark Souls and, you know, the Mass Effect games, Oblivion, which got no credit on PlayStation. To this day, there's no achievements. There's no trophies for Oblivion, so we're not even going to call that PlayStation. But anyway, the PS3, Xbox 360, like that entire genre right there kind of set up everything. And then a lot of studios just went woke. They just went left. Remember, right is right and left is wrong. I believe that's actually even a biblical quote, which is weird because it's like kind of like foretelling. Damn, like you knew how this was going to be at the end of the day? Well, everything else is the way it was supposed to be at the end of the day. I guess that's true too. Why wouldn't it be? Because everything else is. So, yeah.
Don't you hate it when something goes missing? I lose things all the time.
What?
The women. They're missing and you can't find them.
Well, Monster Hunter is an action game.
I cannot lie, Sarah.
I mean, you can. The only way you're building your character is through materials, and it's just a grind. It's like an MMO RPG without the RPG.
Take my findings.
That's literally what Monster Hunter is, and I mean, it has a draw.
I'm going back to the.
I mean, I can see enjoying that.
For this.
But Dragon's Dogma had the best boss fights in any video game ever created. Seriously, I mean, Dragon's Dogma took Elder Scrolls Oblivion and like bred it with oh man, what was that one game? It was based on climbing titans. You had to like climb the titan, and each boss fight was like going through like a parkour gauntlet and getting up to that titan and finding out the titan was the good guy. Oh, what's the name of that game? If you know it, you know it. I never played it. I should have. I think I should have, but never played it. Anyway, like each titan was basically like a Lara Croft parkour thing. Oh man, what was that game? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name right now, which sucks. That's embarrassing. Even though I never played it, I should still be able to tell you the name of that game. It was a PlayStation classic. Like yeah, they even did a remaster of it, so it was actually story driven a little bit. It actually was story driven. Anyway. Shadow Claw, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. So Dragon's Dogma was like kind of a play on that with an Elder Scrolls Oblivion build design where you had points and you had points. You had discipline points, which is all the stuff that didn't count towards your level, but counted towards your perks And then you had actual points, which did count towards your level. And they slightly counted towards your perks, but then they actually counted towards your leveling. So Dragon's Dogma was literally Elder Scrolls Oblivion disguised, and it had some like Shadow of Colossus like vibe to it, climbing bosses, and you see what I'm saying? Like, it was like the best of 3 worlds in a game that used a lot of Dark Souls animations and mechanics, like stagger, stun lock, poise. All that shit was part of Dragon's Dogma 2. Just remember that. So you got like the best of Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Dark Souls, and Shadow of Colossus in an open world action game that you could just do whatever you wanted. But if you made a bad decision or you did things lazily, you paid for it. I mean, I'm trying to think of something better than that. It's hard to get better than that. You're talking about 3 of the best games ever made, all combined into one. With crafting. Based on materials from an MMO perspective. How is that ever a bad thing? Ever? And it actually challenges the player to actually think for him or herself. One of the best games ever made. It combined everything, but it made it its own. It did it in such a way that it was its own thing. And you had to work for it. People don't want to work for shit these days. You remember being on food stamps was embarrassing back in the day. Now, being on food stamps is a badge of pride and makes you a hero. Do you understand how fucked up that is? Well, you can carry that shit over into your video games, your movies, your politicians, your pastors, your teachers. They're easily just as corrupt and watered down and fucking evil across the board. Am I wrong? That's a rhetorical question. I know I'm right. So, yeah. Completely rhetorical. Anyway, like seriously. I mean, Monster Hunter has its own vibe, and it's a very simple formula. It's A equals B equals C. That's it, that's all. I mean, that's okay if that's what if that's what you want to do. It's like, I spent my money on this and I actually enjoy it and I want to do this for the next 1,000 hours and get my money's worth. You're going to spend more on a movie that only lasts 2 hours and it's going to disappoint you every single time. At least you can go do that and make it a thing. So do they milk that shit and make a different version of the exact same thing several times so that you buy it more often and then buy DLCs? Of course. It's what they do. And if you bought it, that's your choice. So you want the exact same thing that looks essentially the same and doesn't play any different, but you just want to do it more? That's cool, man. You're milking fans of the original Monster Hunter when that shit was like fresh. You're kicking a dead cow until nobody's willing to bleed a dead cow anymore. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. I don't even think they hide that fact. I don't think they hide it. They give you 1,000 different versions of the same thing and just let you do that shit for 1,000 hours to get more stuff to kill that shit faster. To get more stuff to kill that shit faster. To get more stuff to kill that shit faster. Is it mindless? It's less mindless than Skyrim. So if you really want to point a finger at Skyrim as being the criminal in all this, as being the wellspring of woke in RPG games, which I wouldn't call a Monster Hunter game an RPG. I would call it more like a co-op MMO without the RPG. Just saying. That's what I would call it. And is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. If you enjoy that shit, more power to you, man. Spend your money, and if you feel it's worth it, love what you love. In other words, this is the you do you. Even if that shit is like obviously vanilla and really, really cookie cutter, copy paste bullshit, but you really, really like it, there you go, man. I mean, that's why you buy a video game. You spend $100 on a movie that lasts you 2 hours or an hour and a half. Uncomfortably, because probably there's too much air conditioning in the fucking theater that you're watching it at. Who actually goes to the movie theaters anymore? Hollywood fucking destroyed itself, just like the RPG genre did in video games. Just like the politicians are. Even though nobody's holding them accountable and we don't have any arrests. For people that are so criminal that they've actually are responsible for the murders of everybody that's under their watch. They're going to pay for it. God hasn't forgotten any of that. Anyway, just saying. Video games, politics, what does it have? Medicine, education, religion. It's all being perverted by the same spirit that caused Sodom and Gomorrah to be destroyed in the first place. Remember, there was no good thing there. If there was just like one righteous man, maybe he would be spared. And it's like, you're the only righteous dude. You need to get the fuck out or you're dying too. That's it. That's all. That's where we're at. And you know what? That's actually another biblical reference. Just like God himself said to you when he was here in the flesh before the woke people murdered him. Woke people driven by the Kenites, same person that actually murdered Abel just for being right, because Cain was 100% evil, being the child of Satan himself. Remember, Cain is not in Adam's genealogy. Abel was. Cain was not. That was Satan's child. Literally, physically. Well, that sounds crazy. Not any more crazy than aliens that you've never seen before. But it's actually the truth. And these are the people that have been writing the rules. I'll give you an example of a Kenite, George Soros. Do you know his real name? Go look it up on Google. And you'll see somebody calling themselves a Jew, but they're not. And that motherfucker actually falsified its documents by claiming to be a Christian during World War II to escape it, while it called itself a Jew, and it wasn't a Jew. A Jew is somebody of Judah, which is one of 12 tribes, actually 13 tribes, technically, of Israel. Actual Jews, those of the family, the tribe of Judah, being part of the Israeli race, which makes up your Europeans and your Americans and your North Americans. That's the Israeli race. That's a Shemite. That's being Semitic. It's being somebody that actually is descended from Israel, and you can actually prove that with DNA. But these motherfuckers calling themselves Jews that run a lot of your oil stuff, they dictate where the locusts go, the Arabs go, to destroy Christian culture because they do the will of their father, the devil, their actual biological father. Read John 8:44 if you don't believe that. Read Revelation, 2:8 and 3:8? Those calling themselves Jews, but they're not. Bobbing their head on a fucking wall and distributing oil and manufacturing all the stuff that destroys all of your communities and make sure that these rainbow flag motherfuckers and these jihadist motherfuckers actually conquer your cities and your countries and take everything you have, specifically all of your money. In Isaiah, it's, I have robbed the riches of the people. Who says that? Satan. and nobody moved the wing or peeped. Apparently you voted for it. And if you didn't, they got voted in anyway. Imagine that. 2020. If you're an American, you know what I'm talking about. This is it's so wide open, it's so obvious that if you can't see it, you're the problem. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty damn simple. Yeah, well, I don't think you should be proud to wear clown shoes. That's a Tom McDonald reference, actually. But, yeah. True story. So, first sacrifice, and then we got this. I think we have to do the unbidden rescue. I think we actually have to do that. Okay, so allowing the woke traitor that's responsible for a lot of deaths, including orchestrating the kidnapping of your sibling. Which would be who? Bethany? Yeah. You're just gonna go ahead and willingly put this motherfucker in charge. You're gonna put a traitor in charge like Tim Walz or Barack Obama. You're gonna put Satan in charge of Christians without actually really even voting for it on purpose. This is what we're actually gonna do right here. But it doesn't really make any difference because this motherfucker does the same thing no matter what you do. So your choice here doesn't make any difference. If it actually did, I can't stomach this, man. But Anders is going to like you doing a woke, evil, 100% satanic, diarrhea-dripping, hemorrhoid-infected asshole move. It's exactly what we're going to do here. So I'm acknowledging that this is a 101% pharmaceutical-grade, woke, satanic, liberal evil. But it doesn't make any difference anyway because shit is going to go down the way it's going to go down. And if you don't like it, cool. Remember, Jonah didn't like it, and he was willing to give his own life to save Israel.
Oh, no hat there.
And God just said, well, you're a prophet, and shit's going to go down the way I decided it's going to go down 5,000 years from now. So this is how this shit is going to go down. So there you have it.
I've got some good news and some bad news.
What? What is it?
Good news, Karen is safe. Bad news, half of your recruits may have been possessed by demons.
Sweet blood of Andraste.
Demons? Did you say something about the recruits and demons?
I didn't want to tell you, Masha. They were horrible. Those mages see the rest of us as ants to be crushed. They won't stop until they've destroyed the Chantry and the Templars forever.
Not all mages are like that. No, actually, all mages really are like that. Sorry, 99.9. If you threw a grenade into a group of 1,000 fucking woke pedophiles or woke pedophile supporting pieces of fucking satanic shit, and you killed one innocent person, but you killed 999 motherfuckers that are gonna destroy your nation, your culture, your spirituality, your education, your government. That's a good trade-off. In fact, if I was that one out of 1,000, I would say nuke all these motherfuckers and kill me too. That's being a patriot. That's being a patriot. So I don't want to cry over the 0.01%. I want to celebrate the loss of the 99.9% that are actually the problem and make the world a worse place to be. I want to see all of them gone, and I would sacrifice myself to do that. That's just being a human being. It's like, all right, man, I'll take it. Cool. Just make sure you get erratic. Just use an incendiary grenade and a couple Hellfire missiles to just destroy all this shit. Just make it quick. Because I'm so cool with that. 100%. 100% cool with that. Ah, thanks, Lionel, man. I appreciate it, man. And well, if you're still here, man, yeah, thanks, man. Have a good one, man. God bless. Good luck with your paper, man. For sure, some kind of school stuff, which that's what it sounds like. Good luck with that. You're right, actually. Now, if you say it's the Templar's fault, actually, that's a true story. It really is the Templar's fault for shirking their duties, but your mage companions will probably like that. even though you're actually kind of condemning them for being the cause of all this shit?
Mages have been systematically abused by the Templars for 1,000 years.
How can you say that after what you've seen? Mages cannot be treated like people. They are not like you and me.
True story.
Surely that's a little harsh.
They are weapons. They have the power to light a city on fire in a fit of pique.
I admit that does reduce their bargaining position.
That does reduce their bargaining position. The millions of murders over history
Perhaps mages need
by
better
socialists and
education as to why
communists,
Chantry
the
functions as it
millions
does.
of murders
Perhaps they
does
would not go
reduce their
against the will
bargaining
of
position.
Andraste herself.
If
I
you
will
give
look
them
into
a bargaining
For
position,
now, Karen, unless it is proven
you are
free of
Satan's
demons,
cactus
I must
penis.
strip you of your commission immediately.
No, you can't really think that. Karen's fine. He's safe.
Please, sir. I tried to resist. I never took anything they offered.
So the Templar's not going to do his
I
job.
need
He's
this
going to
position
ask
or my
you
sister
to do
can't
his
eat.
job for him.
I've been training for 5 years.
Do you see how conservatives fucking fail in front of woke? Because this motherfucker, if you support him, he comes back and tries to kidnap and murder your fucking sibling to make you woke. That literally actually happens. But
We conducted tests on Karen. He's not possessed.
yeah, I'd like to see
He
what
can stay
tests
in the
those
order.
were.
I
But
hesitate
the
to
Templar
ask what
cannot do his
methods you
job.
used that you are so
Cullen
certain.
cannot do his job.
Still, you have done much.
Because
by
he's already
stopping these
scarred
blood
by
mages.
fucking woke
I will
people,
heed
blood
your
mages.
request.
He's sympathetic
Show no
towards
sign of
Satan's
demonic
cause,
possession in 10 years'
which is
time.
the fucking
Karen will
rainbow
become
pervert
eligible for
sodomite
full knighthood.
cause to destroy the entire land that you live in.
But without a full knighthood, Karen's pay is so small. I do not know if I can reward you as you deserve.
I will handle that, miss.
I feel like I need a shower just for
You have
even
done the order a great service.
going down this fucking
We will
rabbit
not
hole.
forget it.
Fucking rabbit hole. And Varric like that? Fuck Varric. Varric's a pretty confused little gullible bitch. Just to be honest. Confused little gullible bitch. I don't know why I didn't get any favor from Meryl for that, though. That's kind of crazy. I should have. Whatever. Man, I'm hungry, man. Let's see, what time is it? Midnight? Huh. Hey, you know what? Hey, Varric. Varric, that's a sign. Varric, that's a sign. You can't even tell a joke with the... You can't tell a joke with a woke person. They'll get offended. Or they'll pervert you with their...
I think I found something of yours.
whatever the fuck they say and do.
It's just what I need.
You can't even tell a joke. Humor isn't a satanic thing. You ever seen an offended person get offended in a comedy club? Oh, is that all you see? There's a reason for that. Anders just proved why. Did you all actually see that? Something to look at, man. Just saying. Alright. No. Anyway. Your story. So this is all done. What do we have here? I think you have to do the unbidden rescue. Wayward Son, unbidden rescue, same thing. We could probably do both of those with the party we have right now. I need to go see what we actually have to go pick up in the Black Emporium too. We've either got 2 talent tomes and an attribute tome, or just 2 talent tomes. I think we got the attribute one already. I'm pretty sure we did. But we got electric, right? We need electric and I guess frost. Yes, I think we're actually good. That's frost. That's spirit. That's a really strong spirit staff. It's worth some money. We got electric. Okay, I mean, I guess that's cool. And we got another frost staff too, right? Yeah. So if we go do the damn, no shit. Oh shit. So just sell that too. Beautiful. Yeah, man, I think this is gonna be a short stream tonight. I think we'll get to a point where we know where we're at. Oh, hey, look at there's a Templar. There's a Templar that's responsible. There's a fucking MAGA. There's a MAGA. There's a Trump support. Oh, wait, no, it's a woke motherfucker with, well, it doesn't have purple hair, but god damn it. Once again, it's responsible for everything. The kidnapping and murder and perversion of your fucking mother, all your siblings, and everything in your life is what it's responsible for. But we need to blame that on the Templars too, right? We need to blame that on Trump. Are you digging the vibe here? Just saying. Yes.
And here we go again.
Something is going on here.
Listen to the pedophile. Something is going on here. I actually set up all of these leering centers in Minnesota and set up all the immigration standards in the UK, and shit is going down. I wonder what it is. So we're going to talk about jihadist, Islamic, perverted ass Somalian Russian plant, China mole, Anders saying, oh my God, we got to do something about this when you created it all yourself in the first place? Can we be real? There's your parallel. Don't like it? It is what it is.
Watch where you step. We're good to go.
Yes.
Easy as pie.
Yes.
Bianca's locked and loaded.
Go down! Need to get close up. Get that mercy on you. Now you fall.
Nice. Once again, we win. Dude, man, that that can actually drop sovereigns. That it's either the barrel or the sack. It can actually drop sovereigns. It's so sick, man. That's supposed to drop some money too. And the Blood Mage is responsible for all the serial killings, all the sex trafficking and all the slavery and all the kidnapping and all the serial killings in the entire city. Guess what? God damn it, a woke person is behind that too. And who are they blaming it on? Donald Trump and whoever voted for that shit to make this shit stop happening. It's all their fault that the people doing it are doing it because they were made to do it because they're fucking Satanists. Seems pretty simple to me, man. I mean, it's right in your face. This is a video game example. This is a video game parallel of the real world that we're actually living in today. Same psychology, same possessed spirituality, possessed by Satan himself and all of his fucking devils. True story. It's what you're actually literally dealing with. Crazy, right? Once again, Satan and his people, and those guided by Satan and his people, are always responsible for everything. From your legislature, your politics, your religion. Do you know that pastors aren't allowed to tell the biblical truth? They have to preach certain things to get licensed and get funded, nonprofit, and fit into the system. They cannot tell you the truth. They have to essentially be independent. They have to be a doctor in their own right. Arnold Murray is the only one I know of. Unless you've got, one or two YouTube people copying Arnold Murray on YouTube. Whatever. I mean, that's cool. I mean, the truth is the truth. I'm on YouTube and I love speaking the truth. So, okay, fine. I don't mind being bundled with that. Totally cool with that. But, yeah, there you have it, man. Anyway, yeah, I'm probably going to call it a day right here. I want to go get something to eat. And, sorry, man. We didn't have any, really good Taco Tuesday celebration, whatever. Nobody want to talk about tacos? Okay, well, maybe we'll talk about something else tomorrow.
You don't really understand the spirits of demons.
Recognize your mage. This was left
You remember,
in the foundry you
Blood
mentioned in your
Mage
note.
Possessed Anders
I was also attacked
is
by
trying to preach to
These are human
Meryl. This is a woke person. Everything you are, you're trying to accuse somebody else of being so that you can feel less bad about the fact of what you are. Not what you do, what you are. You can do bad things, but if you are a bad person, you have to accuse everybody else of bad things, which is not only what you do, but it's actually what you are. Virtue signaling. That's woke. Hypocrite. That's woke. I mean, I call it woke now. I just, honestly, biblically, truthfully, just call it possessed. Literally possessed. You literally have a devil speaking for you. You've given yourself over to evil because you hate everything good. If it's corrupt, you love it. If it's honest, you fucking speak against it, and you actually are getting paid to demonstrate against it. You defend perverts, murderers, pedophiles, sex traffickers, which all really pretty much bundled into the same thing. You protect all that. You speak for that by speaking against that which is trying to actively work against that. You are everything that's wrong in the world. You are literally pharmaceutical grade evil. And until you can think for yourself, and the only out you got is Jesus. Without that, you have no ability to think for yourself. You are just going to continue to be that. And you're going to use Satan's stage, Satan's system, to act on a stage. You know what acting on a stage? Do you know what the definition of hypocrite is? Hypocrisia in the Greek. You know what the definition is? To act on a stage. You're a hypocrite. Religious, democratic, politician, actor, musician. You're a beetle, and I don't mean you're an insect. You're fucking, you name yourself after somebody who slaughtered millions of people, but you claim to be down for the peace. What's that peace with Satan? When you cry, peace, peace, that's when sudden destruction comes upon you? As an actual person? Or a people? Or a culture? Or a nation? Or a religion? Woke is a religion. It's not politics. It's not a sociology. It's a religion. It's literally being satanically possessed. If you abide by that, you are against anything that's true. You love everything that's evil. And you're against anything that's good. And you will fight against it, and you'll even be paid to demonstrate against it at the cost of your own life. Remember, if you die going against something good, you're not a martyr. You're a good thing that happened in the world. If your name is Renee, it's a good thing that happened because the world is a better place because you're not in it. And if you don't like that, it's because it's true. And you hate the fact that it's true, which makes you even more evil. If you don't get over yourself, good. Torment yourself until you need some help. And maybe consider something good for yourself instead of just being 100% pharmaceutical grade evil, you complete piece of fucking satanic fucking possessed shit. True story. There you go. There's your facts. Live by them or die by them. Kind of like a sword. Anyway.
If they're not dead, watch out for a bunch of boneless women flopping through the streets.
Show some respect. I will
bring
this to the city guard immediately.
Bethany said something to you on that one. Like seriously?
Worth investigating.
This isn't time for a joke. Anyway, okay, I guess we just keep the same party. Try to get as much favor with everybody here, because we're going to need these people in Act 2. I hate capitulating to evil to satisfy evil party members in my party. I hate that. That's actually like really bad. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and start here because I know exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow. I mean, we could do this right now, I guess. I mean, we could. We could. Yeah, we could totally do this right now. Now, you know what? You know, chat is... Yeah, if nobody's hanging out, man, I don't even know who's here. I might be just actually streaming to myself, to be honest. Actually, might be streaming to myself. YouTube isn't telling me anything, so... Yeah, we'll just carry this on tomorrow, man. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Just call it a night. And I will I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I mean, I guess nothing else to do but this tomorrow. So, yeah, we got 2 good quest markers, and I know exactly what we're doing, and we've got stuff to actually do it with. Although, you know what? Actually, I take that back. cold. Fire? Fire and electric? Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. That should work. True story. Yeah, this vanilla shit is actually showing itself to be pretty decent, to be honest. We'll probably get whatever sovereigns we get from these two things. And then go to the Black Emporium tomorrow, so yeah, that's cool. Alright, let me go ahead and save. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat, man. And then go maybe, like, watch a movie and whatever, I guess. God bless you guys. Yeah. Yeah, honestly. True is true, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool with me. Appreciate you hanging out, and I will, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if I don't, man, you guys have a good rest of your week. And, yeah. Anyway. All right, everybody. Yeah, good night, everybody. Short stream tonight. I don't know. I mean, if we're chatting and there's like, you know, like 10 or 15 of us just, you know, talking about shit and doing stuff and whatever, you might be like, well, man, you're being like politically incorrect and whatever, and this is a video game. Well, whatever. It says if you're going to, well, if you're on top of the hill, in other words, if you're right, and you know you are, you either light a light or you hide it under a bushel, because you might not, you might offend somebody. If you offend somebody, you won't get paid for it. So we stream for free, but tell the truth. And if we lied a lot and just were politically correct and just did a bunch of fucking woke bullshit, I guess I'd be making money right now, right? That doesn't sit well with me. That's called selling out, and you just don't do that. And if you do that, shame on you. And if you expect that from somebody, yeah, you're probably on the wrong stream. And you know what? I'm proud of that. Not the kind of pride that comes before a fall, but the kind of pride that, well, the kind of pride that it's right. Not the arrogant pride, but the kind of, I'm proud to be on the right side of the line. Completely different kind of pride.